Welcome to our journey through the vast expanses of Earth's history. Today, we'll embark on an adventure through the four distinct eons: the Hadean, the Archean, the Proterozoic, and the Phanterozoic eon. These eons represent the earliest chapter of a planet's story, each marked by its own unique set of events and conditions. Our journey begins with the Hadean Eon, a time shrouded in mystery and violence, lasting from approximately 4.6 to 4 billion years ago. This eon witnessed the formation of a young planet from a swirling cloud of cosmic dust and gas. During this period, our planet was bombarded by countless asteroids and meteors shaping its surface and atmosphere. As the Earth finally began to cool down, the first oceans began to form, covering much of the planet's surface in a soup of chemicals. Despite the rough conditions, this period made it possible for life to emerge, setting the stage for the next chapter in our story, the Archean Eon. The Archean Eon, spanning from around 4 to 2.5 billion years ago. It is often referred to as the Age of Bacteria. During this time, simple microbial life thrived in the oceans, paving the way for the emergence of more complex organisms in the future. These ancient microbes were the pioneer of life on Earth, harnessing energy from the environment and shaping the planet's atmosphere through processes like photosynthesis. But over millions of years, these tiny organisms transformed Earth's atmosphere, filling it up with oxygen and laying the foundation for the development of more advanced life forms. Our journey brings us to the Proterozoic Eon, a period of great change and innovation, lasting from around 2.5 billion to 541 million years ago. This eon witnessed the rise of complex life forms and dramatic shifts in the Earth's geology and climate at that time. One of the defining features of Proterozoic Eon was the assembly of supercontinents, massive land masses that reshaped the face of the planet. These supercontinents, such as Rhodonia, played a crucial role in shaping Earth's geology and driving evolutionary change. Meanwhile, life continued to evolve and diversify, giving rise to a wide range of multicellular organisms, including early plants, animals, and fungi alike.
Let's now move on to the Phanerozoic Eon. The Phanerozoic Eon stands as monumental stretch in Earth history, spanning approximately 541 million years to the present day, characterized by an explosion of complex life form, dramatical geological shift, and profound environment changes. Story Eon is the story of life's evolution from its humble beginning to the diverse ecosystem that thrive today. The Paleozoic eons, the eons of invisible life, is divided into three major periods of life forms: the Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic eras. During the Paleozoic eons, Earth gradually assumed its present figurative and physical features, such processes as continental drift, mountain building, and continental glaciation.
Let's proceed to Paleozoic era.
The Paleozoic era, often referred to the age of ancient life, marks a pivotal chapter in Earth history, lasting from approximately 541 to 252 million years ago. It witnessed remarkable geological, climatic, and biological transformation that laid foundation for the diverse life form we see today. The Paleozoic era offers a fascinating journey into the distant past life, unveiling the origins of life, the emergence of complex ecosystems, and the dramatical events that shape our planet. The story of the earliest Paleozoic animals is one of the life in the sea. Presumably, simple fungi and related forms of existed in freshwater environments, but the fossils records provides no evidence of these modes of life. The terrestrial environment of the early Paleozoic was barren of the simplest of life forms.
Up next on our list is the Cambrian period. The Cambrian period, part of the Paleozoic era, produced the most intense burst of evolution ever known. The Cambrian explosion saw an incredible diversity of life emerge, including many major animal groups alive today. Among them were the chordates, to which vertebrates or animals with backbones such as humans belong. What sparked this biological bonanza isn't clear. It may be that oxygen in the atmosphere, thanks to emissions from photosynthesizing cyanobacteria and algae, were at levels needed to fuel the growth of more complex body structures and ways of living. The environment also became more hospitable, with a warming climate and rising sea levels flooding low-lying landmasses to create shallow, marine habitats ideal for spawning new life forms.
The Ordovician period is the second period of Paleozoic era, lasting from around 485 to 444 million years ago. This important period saw the origin and rapid evolution of many new types of invertebrate animals, which replaced their Cambrian predecessors. Primitive plants moved onto land until then totally barren. The supercontinent of Gondwana drifted over the South Pole, initiating a great ice age that gripped the Earth at this time. The end of period is marked by an extinction event. The Silurian is the third period of Paleozoic era, lasting from about 443 to 417 million years ago. Was a time when the Earth underwent considerable changes that had important repercussions for the environment and life within it. The Silurian witnessed a relative stabilization of the Earth's general climate, ending the previous pattern of erratic climate fluctuations. One result of these changes was the melting of large glacial formations. This contributed to a substantial rise in the levels of the major seas.
Devonian period is a geological period and system of the Paleozoic era, spanning for over 60.3 million years. At this point in time, 85% of the Earth was comprised of ocean. Only two supercontinents existed, Gondwana and Laurasia. In the early Devonian period, trees and plants had not yet evolved, but there was lots of moss. The land was barren, marsh-like, and surrounded by water. A lot of sea creatures had evolved in this time period, like placoderms, a species of armored fish. In the early Devonian, placoderms were the apex predators and would grow up to 10 meters. The Carboniferous period lasted from about 359.2 to 299 million years ago during the late Paleozoic era. The Carboniferous has two geological periods, the early Mississippian and the late Pennsylvanian. The early Mississippian climate was characterized by warm, tropical humidity and high sea levels where sea life thrived. This lasted for approximately 41 million years. The late Pennsylvanian climate was much drier and with the receding seas gave way to the well-known coal swamps. Throughout the Carboniferous period, many spectacular plants dominated the terrain, thriving the warm humid climate and swampy conditions. It was predominantly large trees covered thick bark along with large ferns.
The Permian period, a pivotal interval in Earth's history, spanning from approximately 298.9 to 252.2 million years ago. During this time, the world witnessed the amalgamation of continents, forming the supercontinent Pangaea, reshaping the planet's geography. Across Pangaea, hot and arid conditions prevailed, leading to the widespread formation of deserts, challenging life's adaptability. Life persisted and evolved, with marine invertebrates diversifying into various lineage, while fishes, amphibians, and reptiles thrive in both marine and freshwater environments. On land, plants transitioned from ferns and seed ferns to conifers, adapting to drier and well-drained conditions, marking significant botanical advancements. However, as the Permian period drew to a close, it was marred by tragedy, the largest mass extinction in Earth's history. This catastrophic event reshaped the planet's ecosystems, paving the way for the dawn of a new era in the geological timeline. And that is the Permian extinction, the most devastating mass extinction in its history. Geologists and paleontologists debate the duration of this extinction event. Some argue it lasted 15 million years, while others believe it was much shorter, only about 200,000 years, with a rapid species loss near the end. Regardless, about 90% of Earth's species perished, including over 95% of marine life and 70% of terrestrial life. More than half of all taxonomic families vanished. The extinction's causes are hotly debated. Some theories focus on temperature crisis, suggesting that rising ocean temperatures and disruptions in nutrient cycles were fatal for many species. Others propose alterations in the carbon cycle, possibly triggered by volcanic activity, leading to oceanic anoxia and decrease in oxygen levels.
Now let us talk about the Mesozoic era. The Mesozoic era, second of Earth's three major geologic eras of Phanerozoic time, its name is derived from the Greek term for middle life. The Mesozoic era began 252.2 million years ago, following the conclusion of the Paleozoic era, and ended 66 million years ago at the dawn of the Cenozoic era. The major divisions of the Mesozoic era are from oldest to youngest: the Triassic period, the Jurassic period, and the Cretaceous period.
The Triassic period marked the beginning of major changes that were to take place throughout the Mesozoic era, particularly in the distribution of continents, the evolution of life, and the geographic distribution of living things. At the beginning of the Triassic period, virtually all the major land masses of the world were collected into the supercontinent of Pangaea. The Jurassic was a time of significant global change in continental configurations, oceanographic patterns, and biological systems. During this period, the supercontinent Pangaea split apart, allowing for the eventual development of what are now the Central Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. During the early Jurassic, animals and plants, living both on land and in the seas, recovered from one of the largest mass extinctions in Earth history. Many groups of vertebrate and invertebrate organisms important in the modern world made their first appearance during the Jurassic.
In conclusion, a lot has happened in our planet's history. Evolution has done wonders for our planet. Thank you for joining us in this journey, and we hope to teach you more in the near future.